I think so many people in life kind of go through life feeling like, if I didn't have a chance, if there was no chance of failure or doubt or uncertainty, I might try X, right? Well, listen, the reality is there's always a chance of failure, and there's always some uncertainty in anything you do, like whether you're going to start a business, whether you're going to lose weight, whether you're going to get, try and get your black belt in jiu-jitsu, whether you're going to try and, find that honey and get married to the perfect woman, right? Like whatever the thing is, there's always some level of risk, uncertainty, fear, and doubt. And so if every time you encountered that and it killed your dream, you'd be this lonely dude sitting in your mom's basement playing video games with Cheeto dust all up in your belly button, right? We've talked about that, but that's not you. So you're the type of person who really wants more out of life. And I want to tell you what the dream killers in life are, because if you have any of these dream killers that are limiting your human experience, I want you to remove these dream killers and end up living a life that is worthy of being a shining example to the people around you. And by the way, you only have one fucking life, right? Like, think about this, guys. We only have one life on this planet. And I think a lot of people live like this life is a trial run. Like, maybe I don't know something that you do, but if you think that this is a trial run and we're going to get a second and third run at this life, fuck, someone, let me know in the comments that there's another life coming, because I'm working like and living like and enjoying like and experiencing like this is the one run that I have. So the dream killers that I found that limit people's human experience, not only success financially, but success in life, happiness, relationship, health, meaning, experiences. There's a few things, man. So let's talk about that. So the first thing is that the number one dream killer out there are the people sometimes. The people that you're afraid to maybe offend, the people that you think might get hurt, the people who have told you that, hey, our family doesn't talk about this kind of stuff. And those people could be parents, it could be your siblings, it could be, your ethnicity, right? And I share that with you because oftentimes one of the biggest dream killers are the people in your life. And sometimes they're dream killers because, like I said, there's a story that you want to tell, there's an experience that you want to share, but you don't want to hurt their feelings. Or other times, the people in your life tell you, be careful, watch out, don't do that, it's too risky. What if you do this and you fail, right? Well, what happens if you do it and you actually succeed and you actually make a lot of money and you take that money and you give it to your church and your charity and you give yourself an awesome fucking life and a great experience for your family? Like, not a lot of family members out there are telling you like, hey, watch out, what happens if you actually win at this thing, right? Oftentimes people have the best of intentions for you, but really they end up limiting your growth, because if you are your family members, they're your friends, they're your school teachers, they're siblings, they're cousins, they're people that you know, love, and you respect, you put a lot more weight on what they say. And when you put a lot of weight on what they say, you end up making a decision that ends up limiting your human experience or your business or your love life. And so again, going back to this one run that you have, this is like your only run in life. Like, wouldn't you rather take the risk and try something that you're passionate about, that you're excited about, that you know gives you the sense of meaning and purpose, and that you would jump out of bed with enthusiasm for, rather than a safe career in an industry that maybe you're not that warm and fuzzy about, right? And so understand that the people in your life can be some of the biggest dream killers, and they may not always do it with the intention to harm you. They truly do have the intention to keep you safe, to look after you, to make sure that you don't fail and that you don't get hurt. But guess what, baby? Part of life is about getting hurt, about failing and getting back up and dealing with adversity and setbacks and realizing that what you thought was a short path is actually going to be the long path to success, and you're going to have to take that journey if you really want it, right? So understand that people can be a massive dream killer. What else can be a massive dream killer? Well, fear and doubt. We talked about that. If you have any kind of fear or doubt or uncertainty, then you are going to find yourself playing it safe. And I don't know anyone who's played it safe that lives a meaningful life and has the kind of life where you're like, man, I want to be like them. I just don't. Like, you look at any professional athlete, any musician, any actor or actress, you look at anyone that's done anything significant, right? And if you allow fear, doubt, and uncertainty to stop you, that becomes another dream killer. What ends up happening is when you're on your deathbed, you're in your 90s, late 90s, 100 and some odd years old, you're like, fuck, what a wasted life. And the truth of the matter is, it doesn't have to be on your deathbed. Regret starts hitting early on. I've talked to enough people in my time, I'm 49, and I've talked to enough people in their 60s and 70s who are like, man, I have these regrets. When I was 30, 40, and 50, I could have done X, Y, and Z, and I didn't. And I didn't because it was too risky. I didn't because these people said it wouldn't work for me and I believed them. I didn't because I didn't want to offend people. I didn't because I didn't want to feel rejected. I didn't because I didn't want to fill in the blank, right? So understand that there's a lot of things that are designed to be dream killers. Some things like people have the best of intentions, but still end up killing dreams. Other things like fear, doubt, and uncertainty end up literally scaring you to pieces. And therefore you choose the path that's safest, but most benign. And you have a life that's just underpinned with mediocrity, right?
Self-mastery means doing what you have to do because you're called to do it over what you want to do because you don't feel like doing it.
It absolutely exceeded my expectations.
Incredibly epic event, incredibly inspiring.
Surrounding yourself with these millionaires and billionaires and them openly sharing their concepts, their steps.
And at BK Live, every single speaker has been there, done that 10 times over.
So much energy, so much motivation, and just want to strive to be better just by being here alone.
Now, the third thing that I've found that is a massive dream killer is a system. And when I say the system, I mean like the school system, the church system, the university system, the government system. It is designed to turn you into a good employee, to earn your wages, pay your taxes, stay in debt. You find yourself on this hamster wheel of always earning and paying, and never really growing towards your dreams, your passions, your life experiences. You never get to that place of going like, hey, I want to go experience Barbados or fucking Bucharest or fucking, go live in a castle in Scotland. Like, these are all things that I've fucking done and they're fucking amazing, man. I want you to experience this. But that only happens when you look at the system and say, I don't want to be part of the system. I want to break out of the system. The system is designed to keep you in debt, to keep you broke, to keep you compliant and under control. And so what else do we have that is a dream killer? Well, this last and final one is what I call tactical avoidance. And I think a lot of you do this. Tactical avoidance is this. I'm going to be rich. I want to create a business, but I need to gather more information. I'm tired of being a fat fuck. I'm tired of having Cheeto dust in my belly button. I'm tired of having gelatinous titties. I'm tired of having my imprint of my ass on my mom's couch in the basement from playing all these video games. And I think I want to do something about my health. I'm going to lose fat and I'm going to build muscle. But for me to lose fat and build muscle, I got to do a lot of research and figure out what workout is best for me. I got to do a lot of research and figure out what diet is best for me. I got to figure out what training split is going to work the best. I got to do a lot of research and figure out what business model I want to run, what kind of an entrepreneur I want to become. And tactical avoidance means you are doing this busy work, but it's really procrastination in disguise. You're doing false research. It's just like research upon research upon research. It's a rabbit hole that never ends, quite honestly, right? And you find yourself like feeling productive because you have gathered a lot of information. You actually truly become pretty knowledgeable. But if you're always stuck in this tactical avoidance phase of life, where you're gathering information, you're gathering knowledge, trying to figure out which diet, which program, what kind of chick you should marry, like, all right, why don't you go on some dates? Why don't you make a list and then go on some dates and then objectively review how that date went? But when you find yourself doing this tactical avoidance bullshit, it's really a false sense of productivity. You think you're doing something towards your life's mission, but in reality, you're not. And oftentimes what you're really doing is slowly murdering your dreams. And that's why I call this the dream killer episode. Like, there's a lot of dream killers out there, from people to fear, doubt, and uncertainty, to the system that's designed to keep you in line as a good little employee, working just enough to make money, but in debt just enough to not be able to break out of those shackles. And then, of course, the tactical avoidance. Like, I want to do something. I want to do something big. I want to do something grand. I want to be, leave a legacy. I want to be remembered. I want to write a book, but I need to do more research. I need to fact find. I need to gather more information, because until I gather that information, I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. So a day goes by, a week goes by, a month goes by, a year goes by, 5 years go by, 10 years go by. And you're like, well, the timing's not right. The economy's not right. We don't have the right president in place. And, my finances aren't right. So again, friends, this is the only run we get at life. There's a lot of dream killers out there. Some come with the best of intentions. Others, by design, are designed to kill your dreams and to suffocate your ambition. You know what you're meant to do. You know what you desire to do. You know what your purpose and your meaning is going to be in life. Like you can sense it. You can feel the gnawing of greatness in you, right? And you know that you have to elevate to the 2.0 version to get there, but there is risk involved, that you have to fear, you have to face the fear and doubt and uncertainty, and you have to go against some of the things that the people that you love and respect say. You do. I certainly did, right? My mom and dad wanted me to be a smog technician. They wanted me to take over my dad's tailor shop. I went completely off the reservation and did something very different. And I knew that what I was going to do involved a lot of risk, involved a lot of sacrifice, but I also knew that if I didn't do it, there would be a lot of regret and resentment of not only self, but of others who were trying to talk me out of it. And it was the single greatest thing I did, is to listen to my radiance within. Instead of listening to the fears and doubts, instead of listening to the system and complying, instead of, tactically gathering all this information and avoiding doing the real work and launching. And so I want you to do the same.